What's good, y'all? Y'all gotta excuse the way I sound in this video. I'm a little under the weather at the moment. But I wanted to do this quick little live real quick. You know, just to throw some pointers out there so people can kind of see um, where I'm looking at. And, you know, the reason why I'm saying that this system is pretty much at its end points. Now, y'all gotta understand there's been two sides of this whole show that's been going on here in America. You have to understand that a lot of stuff that's happening as far as with these politics and the stuff that you seeing on the news and whatnot, most of this is just a bunch of smoke and mirror. It's a bunch of stuff that's meant to distract you. You have to understand that. So what's going on between these two, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, that shit really don't mean nothing at all, y'all. It never did. A lot of this whole stuff with the presidents, a lot of people should already know that a lot of these presidents don't even really have no type of power for real. You know, it's almost like these people are just basically like mascots damn near. They just there to dance and to stand in front of the camera and to, you know, put out these speeches and stuff, but they really don't have no real power. Understand that. So the two biggest things, well, the one thing that both of these two sides of the bird is basically fighting over the most is this whole thing as far as with these people that's not supposed to be here coming to these lands. The Democrats, Kamala Harris, you know, Obama, Joe Biden, all those people, they are all for these immigrants coming to these coming to this landmass. You know, when people get to talking about illegal aliens or whatnot, this is the people that they talking about, y'all. You see what I'm saying? When they be talking about how these aliens invaded this land and whatnot, they talking about these illegal immigrants in these land, and they trying to turn your land or your country into something that's suitable for them. You see, and that's the reason why they trying to bring in all this artificial intelligence and whatnot and things of this nature, because they trying to make this world basically under their full control. Which y'all have to understand, there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on that's stopping these people, man. Like, for instance, they tried to make a central bank for cryptocurrency, and that shit got shut down, basically. You see what I'm saying? They tried to make a central bank. And see, and this is where people was talking about how, oh, cryptocurrency, they can track everything you do. No, they really can't. It's, that was the biggest thing that everybody was excited about with cryptocurrency, because the government can't track. You see what I'm saying? If you've been watching cryptocurrency from the very beginning, one thing that everybody was saying is they can't track it. They can't track it. They can't keep an eye on how much you got and where you spend. And now all of a sudden they want to say everybody can track it. They can see what you can do. No, they can't. See, they tried to create that central bank, and that shit got shut down. You see? So it ain't going to be nobody stalking you or watching your profits or watching how much you got or watching how much money you making, or how, you know, all that taxes and all that shit going to be dead. There ain't going to be no more taxes and none of that. You see what I'm saying? And all that pretty much is because of the central bank, which the central bank is one of the biggest scams that's ever been brought to America, family. You see what I'm saying? The central bank is pretty much ran and owned by people that's not even from these lands. You see? And that's the reason why they shut that shit down. They said, nah, you're not creating no central bank for cryptocurrency. That's not happening. You see, y'all can go ahead and take that shit somewhere else. You see? So you have to understand that, y'all. The US dollar finna come to a crash. This is another sign that you know that this shit is pretty much over with. This US dollar is about to crash. It's about to be worthless. You see? And that's gonna be a new currency that's gonna basically be accepted around the whole globe. Understand this. So get that get that through your mind. Y'all gotta excuse my voice, man. I told you I done came down with something. And this shit got me feeling kinda crazy. Now, let's talk about this whole World War III or what war has already happened, family. You see, and see the World War III was more like a technology war. It wasn't like how we was expecting it to be, like, bloodshed and bombs and missiles and things of that nature. No, World War III has been pretty much technology. As far as with technology, it's an information war. You see, trying to keep information from being spread to certain people, and we pretty much won that war, y'all. You see, and that's the reason why it's so many people that's really waking up. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I didn't realize how many people was really woke in this world. I didn't think it was many people. See, there's a lot of people out there that's woke that's not speaking up. They're not speaking out about it. Nothing like that. They just watching and seeing and just waking up. It's a lot of people that's out there like that. And I didn't realize this until I really started stepping out into the world and talking to people. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I really thought that, motherfuckers wasn't paying no attention to the spirituality shit. Not true. People are. It's just a lot of people are not as open as somebody like myself. They quiet about it. I'm going to stay quiet. This is another way that you know that this shit is over with, family. You see what I'm saying? You go out there and you start just talking to certain random people about certain things, and they sitting there answering questions that you asking them and stuff, and saying things. You like, whoa, when did y'all start learning this shit? Like, y'all niggas is more advanced than what I thought. Like, I thought motherfuckers wasn't paying no attention to this. Niggas was still caught up in the clouds. But no, family, no. A lot of people out there is waking up and they just not saying nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Damn, y'all gotta excuse me, man. So this is another way that you know that this shit is over with. You go out there and you get to talking to people and they start blowing your mind with the things that they know, and you like, man, this is crazy. That's how you know, you see? Because the whole suppression that they tried to do. And another thing is a lot of people knowing that these so-called Anunnakis that everybody was trying to make gods at the beginning. This is another thing that kind of confused me. It's a lot of people out, maybe they just didn't know. But it's a lot of people out there that was putting the Anunnaki on this pedestal like they was just the creators of all, and they gods, and they this and this and that. A lot of people are starting to realize and know that that's not the truth. That the Anunnakis are no gods at all. You see what I'm saying? They just people with advanced technology. And people are starting to see that. You see? It's a lot going on, family. You see what I'm saying? We living in a real strange time. And if you somebody that's been really paying attention, you will see, the timelines is constantly changing. The timeline has changed several times this year alone. You see what I'm saying? Several times this year alone. It's pretty much over with. That's just the simplest way to say it. Like, you just got to go out there and you got to look at the world, family. Just look and see what's happening. See how this stuff is really, exposing itself. It's so much that's happening, Now, if you somebody that's watching the news every day and you basing reality upon the news, then it's gonna seem like this shit ain't never gonna end. And that's the reason why you gotta get away from the news. And you gotta just look at the world, family. Just look at the world. Look what's happening. I'm telling you, shit just seems so much more, it's more settled down, you know. It's settled down. That was something else I wanted to say at the very beginning of this live stream, and I've been trying to remember what it was, but I forgot. And it was kind of important too. I'll probably think about it later. But what everybody should be doing right now, and this is one thing that I want to say that's important too, is um start trying to figure out how to prepare yourself for this new world that's coming, for this new reality. Start preparing yourself. Start getting ahead of the curve. You see, because the gate is finna close here in a second. You know, the gate is gonna close, and then everything is gonna switch. Everything is gonna flip, and when it flip, everybody that's been placing themselves ahead of the curve, you gonna be like, it's gonna be like a transfer of power, a transfer of wealth. You gonna be the wealthy and no longer the poor. So basically, what I'm trying to say is start figuring out what to invest in, how to invest your time and your money that you're making. Start investing that shit, because it's gonna be well worth your efforts, family. Well worth your efforts. And that's probably another reason why they are so determined to distract people and keep people asleep, because they know that things are changing and they don't want people to prepare for it. They don't want people to start switching over into this. So, with that being said, forget about the politics, forget about Kamala Harris, forget about Donald Trump, forget about all that shit, and focus on getting yourself prepared for the transition. And when we say the transition, we're not necessarily talking about spirituality. Make sure your spirit and your soul is right. Nah, nigga. That's important too. But you want to make sure that you got the rest of your shit in order too. You know? So you can be ahead of the curve. But anyways, y'all, that's really all I want to say in this little live stream right here. I hope y'all been enjoying y'all days and taking it easy. And yeah. Y'all take it easy, man. Chief, I'm out.